You are listening to 5 Star Wrestling Podcast.
My name's Devin, I like dick.
And that's how we start a show. Welcome, everybody, to 5 Star Wrestling Podcast, the greatest wrestling podcast in the world.
How many fans do we have?
Not really sure. But I think
Shout out the 5 Star Wrestling Podcast on Twitter and tell us if you're a fan.
Exactly.
Ed, is it the number 5?
It's the number 5_ star podcast.
You don't spell it out?
Nope, just the number 5.
Okay.
All right.
What
Well,
about
anyways, Facebook, it's a 5 Star Wrestling Podcast. You spell it out. F-I-V-E.
Not the number 5?
Not the number 5.
Okay, thank you, Ed.
All right. Well, I'm, like Josh said, I'm Eddie Valiant. With me, as always,
Josh.
Juicy Josh.
there we go.
Devin.
All right. Got a few announcements to make.
Ladies and gentlemen, can I have your attention, please?
All right. Congratulations to the Thrill Ride, Jimmy Preston and Christian Casanova, who are going to be at Ring of Honor in Lowell this Sunday.
Thanks, Bodie.
Yep, thanks to Bodie, who doesn't know
Why?
what Twitch is.
Because he mentioned who Casanova will be there.
That's
No
true.
thank you to me, huh?
No, you don't count. We don't care.
Yeah, you're
about
part
you.
of the show.
Yeah. Thanks, Devin, for
thanks,
mentioning
Devin.
Jimmy Preston going to ROH. What is he, like 35 now?
No.
I'm not sure.
I don't know. Good for him.
Didn't he graduate with
Dakota Walker.
Dakota?
So
Yeah.
no, he's young. He's like 31.
Yeah.
Definitely. Congratulations to Roman Reigns on winning the first ever SB for WWE Moment of the Year, even though
Kofi should have won it.
I knew he would win.
Kofi should have won it.
Agreed.
I mean, it's kind of funny. The Jimmy V Foundation is plastered all over that event. You knew he was going to win.
How did you know?
Because I just know. Congratulations to Finn Balor on his recent engagement to Fox Sports broadcaster Vero Rodriguez.
I had no idea he was in a relationship.
They kept it very,
Hush, hush.
very hush-hush.
Because of this deal.
Every gay man in the world is very sad.
Yeah,
Same.
yes.
And Devin.
And Devin. Congratulations to Shawn Michaels, who not only is appearing on Raw Reunion, but he'll be doing commentary on SmackDown the very next night.
Oh, that's going to be awful.
Maybe.
Damn.
Not a fan
Way
of
to
Shawn
ruin
Michaels on commentary.
Way to ruin it.
He was good when he was in the NWO and DX, but I don't know if he still got it. We'll see.
We'll see.
Prove me wrong, Shawn Michaels. If you're listening, you're not.
True.
You're not listening. I know.
Hopefully he is.
I think he is.
This next person I hope is listening too. I want to say how proud I am of Liv Morgan and her performance on SmackDown Live. I hope to see what she's going to bring next, and hopefully more great performances from her as well.
Who's Liv Morgan?
Liv Morgan is... Never mind.
Okay.
Happy birthdays. That's what we're doing now. You ready, Josh?
Is it Devin's birthday?
It is not Devin's birthday yet.
Is it my birthday?
Your birthday already passed.
What about? Is it your
It
birthday?
was
No,
just
not
your
yet.
birthday.
It was my birthday. How did I forget?
I don't know.
28 with Alzheimer's. That's how.
That's it. Happy birthday to Killer Cross,
Yep.
Jinder Mahal,
Yep.
Adam Rose,
Yep.
Fabian Eichner,
Yep.
David Von Erich,
Yep.
Shawn Michaels,
Yep.
Fandango,
Yep.
Kenny King,
Devin's about to yawn.
Akira
I'm
Tozawa,
holding it in.
Zack Sabre Jr.,
Yep.
and Angelo Dawkins.
Sabre Jr. still has 0 points in the G1.
Yeah, way to be a loser.
I know, right?
He's still gonna win it probably.
Probably.
There's like 40 more nights.
I know.
It's still early. Anyways, let's get ready for Juicy Josh's top 5 moments of Extreme Rules, Raw, and SmackDown.
How do you even get ready for this?
You can't.
This is how you keep it juicy. Oh!
Ooh.
Juicy Josh's top 5. Oh! All right, number 5. For number 5, I got Braun Strowman versus Bobby Lashley in the Last Man Standing match. Pretty much what you would expect from them. It was a pretty good match. What did you guys think? Did you like it?
I hated how the best spot of the night wasn't even captured by a WWE camera.
Oh,
It was captured by a fan with his cell phone.
They did it on purpose because it would have shown how cushioned it was.
I know, but
It's
It
still,
That would
it's
have been
still
nice
cool.
to see.
I didn't think it was that good.
Yeah, that was an okay match.
Yeah, it was okay.
Devin, why are you so sunburned? Where'd you go?
The beach,
Oh, okay.
the sun.
Number 4 is The Undertaker and Roman Reigns versus Drew McIntyre and Shane McMahon. It was a great match for Taker to come back from the Goldberg match. But with McIntyre losing another match, I could not put it any higher in my top 5.
Daddy Dave gave it 4 stars.
Daddy Dave can eat dick.
Whatever. I like him.
I mean, I just hate that Taker and Roman Reigns won again.
I know, Drew has to take another loss to Roman.
And another loss on Raw, but we'll get to that.
Yeah.
Really did not do Drew McIntyre any favors. I mean, he can go on SmackDown or Raw and call out The Undertaker at SummerSlam saying that he would have beaten Taker one-on-one, but still did not like it. Number 3 is AJ Styles versus Ricochet for the United States title. I felt like it could have been better.
I agree.
It delivered, but the match wasn't as good as their Raw match.
It was still really good.
It was still really good, but I think it could have done without the Carl Anderson's. No, was it Luke? That interfered that actually knocked Ricochet.
Of course, we have to have interference. He's a heel. It's the whole.
Yeah, I don't
the
care
whole
about the
storyline.
interference, but it just wasn't interesting to me that much.
I think they're holding
Yeah, but it
out.
was so
They're holding out for SummerSlam, right? Because they're gonna have another match, I imagine.
Probably, yeah.
That's when you go all out.
Yeah,
No pun intended.
I go all out every night. Number 2
Over himself.
is the New Day versus Bryan and Rowan versus Heavy Machinery. Daniel Bryan losing the title gives him more of a chance as a singles competitor, and hopefully means he'll go back to the world title soon. So we'll see.
I actually really enjoyed this one, surprisingly.
Yeah, it was good. There was a lot of good spots and shit.
I don't want him in the world title picture.
Good shit, Devin. Why?
Good shit.
Because we already had Bryan and Kofi.
Of course we have. I'm not saying Kofi needs to be champ when Bryan goes back into the
Yeah,
world
he could
title.
go for the IC belt.
Put it NXT.
Him versus Nakamura.
Yeah, that would be fine. But he has gone there before. He won the ladder match at Mania for the IC title.
Yeah. But still, Bryan versus Nakamura would be pretty good.
Yeah.
And number 1 is Aleister Black versus Cesaro. And
Dude, Cesaro proved, without a shadow of a doubt, why he's top talent.
Yeah, definitely. He's always showing that. though.
That
It's-
slingshot European uppercut.
Yeah, Devin called that one. He was waiting for it.
Swiss Death.
Yeah.
He still just hasn't found his gimmick. Even with Sheamus, I thought he was still reaching. He just hasn't found.
Yeah, but
His-
what is the
hasn't-
gimmick for
He
him?
hasn't
Like,
found his thing, like his
Yeah,
entrance
okay,
is
but,
crap.
like,
The Swiss Superman, that's his gimmick. He's bald and has strength. That's
Swiss
basically it.
Cyborg, I get it, but he just doesn't have it. Yeah, he doesn't have it yet. Hasn't found it.
yeah, but if he hasn't found it by now, is he ever gonna find it?
I think
Yeah.
he needs a manager.
I think he needs
But
Paul Heyman
Not Paul Heyman again. Paul Heyman didn't do anything for him because he's focusing too much on Brock.
at the time. But what if he has all the attention now?
He doesn't because Brock's still here.
I don't want him in another stable again. I mean, the main event muscle wasn't a bad idea because those three were underutilized.
Yeah, but nothing came out of it.
Then they're gonna end up losing the Lucha House Party, and that's a
That's
whole
just
thing.
awful.
But yeah, I don't know where he goes. He does not need to improve anything inside the ring.
It's mostly
Because Aleister Black
promos.
has it.
He has exactly.
But, and I feel like that's what Cesaro basically was for him, which is a stepping stone.
I feel like Cesaro needs some kind of new look to him.
Yeah, I don't know what
Drop
he
the
needs,
mouthpiece
and
already.
I don't think he does either. It's
Well,
a
that's
shame.
braces, so he can't drop the mouthpiece.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
He's running out of time.
Yep. All right. Moving forward to my Raw top 5.
Which I fell asleep for almost half the show.
Damn it, Ed.
Sorry.
How would you do that? Actually, I fell asleep during the last half of the show, so I can't even hate. Number 5 is the Viking Raiders obliterating, I wrote that, the Jobbers again, and hopefully making it so they challenge the New Day for the tag team titles soon, since they've already beaten them 1-on-1. I mean 2-on-2. So
Why? They're on SmackDown. They're on.
Who gives a
the
shit?
ones on Raw.
Nothing matters
I
anymore.
do.
Nothing
I
matters
care,
anymore.
and it
Devin.
should
I
stay
know. I'd
that
rather
way.
see them challenge the Revival.
But they're
It
both
should-
heels.
It needs to stay that way. It needs to brand split, please.
I agree with the brand split, but
I mean, I don't think the Viking Raiders are necessarily heels. I think they just do their own thing.
They're not connecting with the crowd whatsoever.
well, they haven't done anything other than beat jobbers.
You don't know if they're a heel or face, so what do you can't boo or cheer. You just
Why don't you make up your own mind and not have Vince McMahon tell you what to do?
that's not how wrestling works.
Well, stop being stupid puppets. I'm just kidding.
Go on. I already know what your number 1 is. I just remembered.
Do you? All right, number 4 is Cedric Alexander beating Drew McIntyre.
That I couldn't believe that.
Yeah.
Are you kidding me?
I don't know. It gives Cedric a chance to be featured more in Raw.
No, I love it. He
And-
shouldn't be beating McIntyre.
Oh, I agree, and it makes him more like the Ali of Raw.
Thank God I fell asleep for that.
McIntyre looks even worse.
Yeah, I don't know what they're doing with McIntyre. He has so much potential. He has
Dropping the
everything
fucking
that they're
ball.
looking for in a wrestler, and literally doing nothing with him. I don't know. Who knows?
If he doesn't beat Taker at SummerSlam,
I give up.
I don't know.
Yeah, he's done.
What else?
Nothing.
He's just gonna be a jobber.
Yeah, it's just dumb. All right, number 3 is The Club beating Lucha House Party, and they struggled a little bit to beat them, even though.
House Party looked good.
Yeah, well, Lars Sullivan squashed all 3 of them, but somehow he can't. 3 other top guys can't beat them. I don't
It's
know.
wrestling.
Man.
You're supposed to forget about that.
I forget about everything except for wrestling.
Wrestling over everything.
Thank you, Ed. I was about to ask you what that means. Number 2 is R-Truth winning back the 24/7 title while Drake Maverick was in his underwear in his hotel room trying to consummate his marriage for the
Why
third
is there a
time.
camera inside a hotel room?
Don't ask questions, Ed.
You can't ask questions. The whole thing falls apart.
It's wrestling.
That's true.
But yeah, poor
That was
Drake.
good.
Poor Drake lost his title again. He's trying to find R-Truth in California right now at Comic-Con.
Did you see that he crashed their panel?
Yeah, that's what I was talking about. So yes, I saw it. Devin,
That's not what you're talking. You just said he was trying to find him there. That doesn't.
did he find him?
No.
So he's trying to find him.
I was asking you if you saw him crash the panel, like he went up to ask a question,
No.
and he was. Oh, okay. So that's not what you were talking about, dickhead. He went up to ask a question, and he was like mumbling, and he took his costume off, and it was Drake, and the place went nuts.
That's fun.
It was good.
I like this feud between R-Truth and Drake, but I hope they start adding more superstars to this.
Well, how many legends are gonna win the title next
Oh,
week on Raw?
Yeah, true.
Flair,
Stevie Richards.
and he calls himself the
Razor Ramon.
17-time champ.
Yeah. Let's see.
Diesel.
Let's see. Let's go through some of them. Hardcore Holly, I think will win it.
Santino.
Santino. If he shows up.
It'd be great if Flair won.
Yeah, it'd be cool. Ryback. CM Punk.
Yeah.
Do you see who they invited that said no? It was Jim Ross.
Oh,
JR
yeah.
said no. Yeah.
And then somebody on Twitter said that
Well, and then
his
Bully
wife would
Ray.
be disappointed in him. I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with you, lady?
I know, right?
But
And then,
yeah,
I guess Bully Ray was the other one that respectfully declined.
Yeah, I told him to put Devin through a table, but he didn't respond.
Yeah, you did.
Maybe next time.
He knows better.
No, he likes to take out fans, so why not take out you?
True.
Number 1. Can you guys guess what number 1 is?
Was it Finn Balor
No.
winning a match
No, it was Bray Wyatt returning
against Finn Balor?
against Finn Balor.
So I was half right.
So yeah.
Obviously, it was that. That
That was
was
the best Raw moment of the year.
fantastic.
That is how you do a
so
re-debut.
Well done.
Yeah. The lights flickering and then going out, and then
But the fact that you can, like, while the lights are out, you can hear
Yeah,
that
you,
he's attacking Finn.
Yeah.
you hear stomps and everything. You hear
Yeah.
Finn scream at one point.
Yeah.
Mhm. Like a little girl. Just kidding.
Fuck you.
But it's gonna be Fiend Bray versus Demon Finn at SummerSlam, and it will be fantastic
He's gonna give Demon Finn his first loss.
on the main roster. Because Demon Finn.
No.
already- What do
I'll
you mean?
explain.
no?
I'll explain this later.
I don't want to even hear it.
All right, fine. I'll explain it now.
Because you're wrong.
Yeah. What do you mean no?
It's being reported that Demon
I don't
Finn
care.
will not be at SummerSlam because apparently he's going to be taking time off.
Yeah. SummerSlam's his last match.
Yeah.
before
Yeah,
he
so they
leaves.
don't think. They think his match returning he'll beat Demon Finn.
Why wouldn't he go out on his back as the Demon, put Bray over, and be gone
Because
for
they don't
several
want to.
months?
That makes more sense.
That makes way more sense to not see him after a loss for a while.
I know, but
Who reported that? The Onion?
it was still real to us.
I don't believe half the things they say.
Look at
If
it.
it's not Ryan
look at it
Satin, and if
logically.
it's not like,
Look at it
someone good.
logically from a wrestling standpoint. That is what.
half of that is
I
fans.
did look up. Like,
That is what make to go further. You know what makes sense? He loses as the Demon, comes back in November to give AJ and the club a fourth member against the Undisputed Era,
Yes, please. What do you mean, boo?
Undisputed Era.
and
all the way.
he comes back as regular Finn because the Demon's now gone
Mhm.
for at least now, and
then he
it's
comes
all
back.
forgotten about because it's the club versus Undisputed Era. No one's gonna remember he lost as the Demon.
And then Finn comes back at Demon
Yeah, but
Finn.
you say that, but then we always remember these losses.
And then Demon Finn comes back at WrestleMania and wins and stays undefeated at WrestleMania.
Something like that.
All right,
Yeah.
Hold on. I have the article
And
right in front of me.
Who
who
wrote
is
it?
the person making these decisions?
Yeah, who writes this shit?
What do you mean, who are the people? This is WWE Creative, obviously, that's making these decisions.
Still real to us?
Well, no, I'm saying like him not. It's Wrestling Observer newsletter
All right.
that's reporting it. It says
And
according
that's
to
like-
them, the match is confirmed to be part of the card.
I don't believe it.
But as soon as the Fiend attacked,
even though this is 5-star podcast, I have nothing to do with it. No affiliation.
they're just saying that he's not currently set to perform as the Demon.
But that could.
But that could
change,
obviously change. But
because that's what Meltzer always says when
Yeah.
he's wrong.
Then the other way is he could be regular Finn, not be able to beat the Fiend as regular Finn, and then have to have a match in the future as the Demon.
that's what I'm talking about.
He
That's
could
what Ed said.
Is that
so-
smart booking?
Either way, Bray's beating Finn.
Yeah, it doesn't matter what's going to happen.
Yeah,
Bray needs his first one. He needs to stay undefeated for at least a year.
I agree.
As-
Especially as the Fiend.
Yeah.
True.
Or he could do the
Let me ask you this: do you think they're gonna do with Bray what they do with Finn? Like not have him come out as the Fiend every time,
Yes.
only once in a
Yeah,
while.
They could do like the three.
Special attractions.
They could do the three faces of Mick Bray, like Mick Foley,
True.
What's the third?
Muscle Man.
That'd be awesome.
Go away.
That'd be awesome.
What's your SmackDown?
SmackDown Live Top 5. Is that what you're asking?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. It's number 5 is Bailey and Ember Moon versus Sonya and Mandy. Not because of the match, because I didn't really care about that, but Bailey making Ember the new number 1 contender for the Women's Championship should be good.
That's gonna be great.
Adds a new person to the title picture, and finally we
Which
get a
we've
new
all
feud.
been asking for.
So hopefully it'll be.
With the Sasha Banks return,
Oh, no.
costing Bailey the title.
Stop saying Sasha Banks is going to return
Well,
every week.
she's set to return.
This is like Bray Wyatt all over again.
I know.
Yes, we know how cute you are.
We're gonna be writing it on the scorecards every time.
Number 4 is the rematch of my number 1 of Extreme Rules, Aleister Black versus Cesaro. They put on another great match. Hopefully this feud ends now that they're on different shows, though, because it's pointless.
True.
Agreed.
Kick the mouth guard.
I want
right out of him.
Buddy
That
Murphy
was
though versus
amazing.
Aleister Black.
That would be great. Buddy Murphy versus Aleister. I want Buddy Murphy versus Kevin Owens
Yeah, that too.
at SummerSlam.
Nope.
Not gonna
What
happen.
do you mean no?
Also, why would he do that if Owens was trying to help him out?
Because did you not watch SmackDown? Of course you didn't, because you sleep.
I did.
Did you? Did
The
you see the
next day.
promo?
By who?
Kevin Owens. I mean Buddy Murphy.
What did he say?
That he doesn't want Kevin Owens mentioning.
Yeah, they'll slap
His
the
name?
taste out of his mouth.
Oh, nice. I didn't see that.
Yeah, see?
That'll be good.
SummerSlam. Book it.
No, it's gonna be Owens versus Shane.
No, I do not want to see Owens versus Shane. Shane, go away.
Go away,
Jesus
Heath.
Christ.
Shane,
Owens
please
is
go away.
Owens is the guy to send him away. Don't worry.
All right, number 3. Ed had mentioned this before, and I pretended like I didn't really know who he was talking about. But Liv Morgan versus Charlotte.
Great performance by Liv.
Liv really showed improvement and stood out in the match.
Yes, she did.
And
Showed more improvement than Mandy Rose has this whole entire year that she's been around.
You can't talk badly about your girl.
No, Liv Morgan is my girl.
oh Jesus, Here we go.
I thought it was Peyton Royce after Mandy Rose.
Well, yeah,
How many girls do you have?
all of them.
So it should be interesting to see what her new gimmick is because she seems like she has a new one coming up. Number 2 is Daniel Bryan's huge announcement. Spoiler, there was none. There was no announcement at all. So it was still great.
I think NXT or 205 Live would be perfect.
I'm thinking he should just shave his head and beard and come out as American Dragon.
No, because he's never done either of those, right?
No.
He's never been American Dragon. since
NXT or 205 Live. Oh, I guess technically
He did NXT.
that doesn't count.
He
Oh,
did.
no, it
What
does
do you mean
count.
it doesn't count?
It counts.
That was the greatest
It
year
counts,
of NXT
Devin.
ever.
Oh my God, no.
Do you remember those competitions they had?
The greatest year of NXT is 2018, by the way.
The feud between him and The Miz?
Yeah, I do. Believe me. Unfortunately, I do.
Number 1 for SmackDown. SmackDown was pretty lackluster this week.
He wasn't part of the Nexus
Yes,
thing.
he was.
Daniel
He was
He
fired
choked Justin Roberts out with his
with
tie.
his tie, and they didn't think it was PG, and he was fired immediately.
Yeah, and
Wow,
then the
okay.
fans were chanting his name every week, so they brought him back at Survivor Series as
Okay.
a surprise partner with John Cena.
For the 7-on-7 Faces versus Nexus match that
Oh,
Cena
yeah.
won, because LOL, Cena
Yeah,
wins.
Cena wins everything.
And that was like the worst way to bury a great fucking.
By the way, in that match, you can look this up. Heath Slater pinned Edge and Jericho
Where is he
and
now?
eliminated both of them.
Yeah.
That's a fact. With a neck breaker.
Well, Maven eliminated The Undertaker at the Royal Rumble.
Then he got
It's
passed.
more impressive to pin both Edge and Jericho in the same match.
And
And
Undertaker
Jericho
was,
beat both Stone Cold and The Rock
All right,
in
that's
the same
not
night.
obviously the fact that Heath Slater pinned the two of them is disgusting.
Okay.
And then the Nexus still lost.
You're mentioning all former world champions. Heath Slater has not even
I
won a title.
know.
The only title he's won is tag team with Justin Gabriel
True. And Rhino.
and Rhino for a day.
He's
Speaking of
got
Rhino, he's
kids,
in TNA.
And he's a former
No, he's
24/7
no, he's
champ.
not. We don't
His
know.
contract expired yesterday.
We don't know who that masked man was.
And he's officially advertised on TNA's next show.
What, versus Elgin?
Something, I don't know, it's dumb.
Give me a
Okay,
break.
whatever.
What was your number 1?
Orton, Elias, and Samoa Joe versus the New Day. Orton
Yeah.
pitting Kofi, potentially setting up a match at SummerSlam between the two. And
I'd like a multi-man match.
I don't know, man.
Orton and
At SummerSlam?
Orton, Kofi and Joe. Kofi's great, but he's a great champion. I don't think he's good enough to carry these one-on-one matches like he has been. Like him and Bryan was fantastic. Him and Joe at Extreme Rules was meh. And
But Joe's so big, I don't know.
I think Joe, Orton, and Kofi would be a phenomenal triple threat.
Joe, Orton, Kofi, and Elias.
Elias hasn't done anything to earn a title shot.
Who cares? It's wrestling.
It's also 3 heels in 1 face.
Who cares? It's wrestling.
Okay.
All right. Wrestling over everything.
Kofi and Orton would be good.
Yes, it
It'd
would.
be better than Kofi Joe. I thought Kofi Joe did
I
not
think Kofi
deliver.
Orton would be great.
As long as Kofi doesn't do anything stupid to Orton.
Oh, we'll fucking hear about it. Don't worry.
Yeah. no good.
Stupid.
All right. Let's get into some questions.
You want some salt?
Oh
Yeah.
yeah,
A little bit
MJF.
on my. Never mind. So Adam Cole will face
Baby.
Johnny Gargano in a 3 Stages of Hell match.
Ed,
at
I thought it
NXT.
No,
wasn't
you
good.
can't call it that.
Yeah, it's
Well,
not
we're
PG.
gonna call it that right now. 3 Stages of Hell match at NXT Takeover Toronto. If you could pick the 3 stipulations, what would you pick?
Cage, ladder match, last man standing.
In that order?
Yes.
Wow.
Last man.
Stepped it up.
I don't
say
find last man standing to end the match that exciting. I think a ladder match should end
It'd
it.
be dead almost. Be like a 10-second match.
I think a ladder match to end it would be cool.
I think Hell in a Cell, ladder match,
It's too
and
much.
street fight.
Too
They
much.
can't do a Hell in a Cell match on NXT.
It's too much. They're gonna
Maybe they
start with some sort of street fight, no DQ. The Undisputed Era gets involved, gives Cole the 1-0 lead.
Yeah.
Second match, table.
Tables, ladders, and chairs.
It's just table. Get Gargano to throw Cole through the table somehow. Maybe some misdirection from the Undisputed Era.
I want.
And then the third one,
Steel cage.
I mean, what's Regal? Loser leaves NXT match or something?
Okay, and then Johnny Gargano's forced to leave.
How about?
Boom.
Of course, Cole's not losing the title.
Exactly.
How about? No holds barred match. Then Undisputed Era interferes, and then they have a War Games match in a cage and Gargano picks three people.
But you didn't have as stupid as ideas if you had said street fight, then a cage match, so that the Undisputed Era can't get involved, so it's 1-1, and then the third match could be. What if Regal came out and said First Blood?
Yeah, something like that. And then
but one of them's probably already bleeding by the time they get to the third.
Somebody gets a bloody elbow, and
then it's done.
They'll have to be careful.
Yes, so.
Somebody gets a paper cut.
Could be a table. I think a table will be one of them. We even had a table match in NXT in how long?
Yeah, I don't think ever have we.
Not that I recall.
Yeah, no. We know,
right.
But either way, it's gonna rule.
You need Bubba and Devon.
No.
Okay.
Yeah, we definitely know. All right, so this past weekend there was a shit ton of wrestling.
Poop ton.
From AEW Fight for the Fallen on Bleacher Report Live.
G1 Climax too, right?
Well, G1 Climax was the next day.
How you gonna call
then
you said the weekend.
Well, I know, but I was describing the weekend here. Then there was Evolve 10th Anniversary on the WWE Network on Saturday. You had the G1 Sunday morning, and WWE Extreme Rules was at night. What were your biggest takeaways from the weekend?
Definitely the commentary for Evolve. That dude just did the whole show by himself, and he did
which is unbelievable.
Was it Lenny Leonard? Larry Leonard?
I think so.
Yeah, he did really well.
I'm really excited for All Out after Fight for the Fallen.
Yeah.
They're shaping it up really nicely.
I felt like the main event really
it dragged.
Yeah.
It dragged, but Omega and Cima was.
I kind of felt like the whole show kind of dragged on, even though it was.
I was
like
gonna say
3 hours.
final grade for Fight for the Fallen.
C+.
I'm agreeing with that.
B.
I'm going B- C+, somewhere in there.
It was a solid B. I was entertained the whole night. I thought the wrestling was good. The storylines were good. I was surprised by the Peter Avalon and Sonny Kiss match.
Yeah, Devin, you don't even want to pick a winner for that. Actually, let's mention this.
I hate the gimmick, so
Let's mention this. I got my first win this week. Congratulations
you did
to
with
Juicy
Fight for the
Josh.
Fallen.
Fuck off.
Congrats.
Congratulations to me. Ed, how'd you win Extreme Rules? Devin
Well,
was winning
both
the
of
whole
you
time.
guys didn't answer the 24/7 question.
We didn't even see it.
Yeah, it was right there.
I did.
Devin wrote no.
Yes, as in no, the title doesn't change.
That wasn't the no. You didn't answer like.
Wasn't the question, does the 24/7 title change hands?
No, it says how many times does the 24/7 title change hands? It said who was the winner at the end of the night.
What do you think no means? None?
No means no.
So okay, so I give you half credit. You still don't beat me though.
Ooh.
So
I'm looking at the
congratulations. Anyways, moving on from that one before he keeps talking about it.
Let's try to get his winning.
Who had the better show?
Who had the better show overall? Extreme Rules. I think Extreme Rules definitely. Everybody on that show really stepped up their game and everything.
They had to. They most definitely had to.
That
There was no way that Vince was going to sit pretty with AEW having the shows that they have had and not have Extreme Rules be better.
Also, we would, if you no, meaning that it doesn't get defended there, we would have tied. So you got yourself the win by not.
All right, fine. We'll be co-winners of the week.
You got yourself the win by not asking me to clarify, and I did. I wrote on it, which means I acknowledged it.
See?
I know, but you get half points.
It's a tie.
All right, fine. It's a tie.
I'm the third.
We'll settle it.
I'm the third party. I declare a tie.
All right, fine.
Correct, because I answered the question.
Okay, fine. You get the tie. Jeez.
And if you're not clear about a question, you have to ask us before it happens. Not just keep it to yourself and then give us 0 points at the end of the pay-per-view.
Yeah, this
is
fuck yeah, I just won.
This is important to us.
I know, right?
What do we win at the end of this?
It's a championship title at the end.
Oh shit, really? I
Yeah.
should start trying.
Who made it?
Me.
Don't worry about it. It's gonna get made.
I made it.
So
just by the way, you posted it at 11. Oh, that's the winner. Sorry. You posted it at 3 o'clock. You had 5 hours to look at it and go, oh, I don't get what this means. I have plenty of time to just text you with a quick Sorry, no means
No.
no. The title doesn't change hands. It stays the same.
Devin, what was your pick for the match, the event of the week?
I liked them both a lot.
You got to pick one. I don't care.
Extreme Rules probably,
Thank you.
but I really did like Fight for the Fallen.
I liked it too, but it just wasn't
I did too, but it just
No.
wasn't better than Extreme Rules.
enough for me.
And Evolve would be third.
Yeah.
I'm gonna-
I wanted to like Evolve.
I would even
better.
put G1 third and then Evolve fourth.
Uh,
I kept falling asleep during Evolve. I'm sorry.
Riddle and Gulak though.
Riddle and Gulak stood out, and Josh Briggs definitely stood out.
I don't think Cole's opponent should have been Tozawa.
Anthony Green stood out. No, I don't agree. I don't know why Bodie thought I was serious when I said that. He spoiled the
Well,
match.
it's odd. It's a
And
random.
Colby Carino?
Yeah.
He looks
He's
like
looking
a young,
like a young CM Punk.
Yeah, that's what I said. Yeah.
All he needs is the Pepsi tattoo.
He just needs to gain some weight because he's been looking
Yeah.
that way since his debut.
And I gotta be honest,
His
like
dad
out of all
has
those
me
guys,
blocked
I'm
in
not
20.
impressed with any of them. Like,
No.
I'm not impressed with Eddie Kingston. I'm not impressed with
I thought Eddie
Sean
Kingston-
Maluda.
Eddie Kingston can cut a promo.
Yeah, but
Sean Maluda's good. He's alright.
he was okay.
He doesn't stand out.
He was
to
in the
me.
He really
Cruiserweight
doesn't
Classic.
stand
Yeah,
out.
in the Cruiserweight Classic, he didn't stand out to me.
Exactly.
NXT matches, he doesn't stand
Yeah,
out.
he doesn't stand out.
He's just another guy,
Exactly.
another Cruiserweight.
All right, so you hear some people in AEW claim that they can't compete with WWE, which we all agree with right now. But then you get somebody like Cody, who at the end of the show runs his mouth and says, you can't change whatever it was. You can't, whatever he said. But anyways, it seems like he's saying that they can challenge WWE versus while other members like Jim Ross are saying that we can't. Do you think that's how they really feel? Like what Cody's saying is how they really feel at the end of the day, or is he
Of
just
course.
kind of talking
You
out
also
of his
can't
ass?
go out there as one of the founders of the company and be like, yeah, second place is fine.
Yeah, but he also doesn't have to say anything.
Right, but wouldn't you rather be?
I mean, I get it. Like, hey, talk about the check.
He needs
Talk
people
about how
to-
much money you've
He
raised.
needs people to watch. He's fired up about it. He's
I
been putting
get it,
on.
but
he's been
you
putting on
do remember
great
somebody
shows.
else who was also fired up about challenging the WWE, and then see where they
Yeah,
ended up.
They're idiots.
Hulk Hogan.
They were idiots.
Eric Bischoff.
But
That was
no.
their fault for going on Monday Night Raw.
I mean, good for.
going on TNA Monday nights, and that was the worst.
It's a
Well,
dumb
I'm talking
move.
about Nitro.
It's an absolute.
Oh,
It was a
Nitro,
dumb
yeah.
move. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Nitro beat Raw for a while.
Yeah, but he said the same thing, and then eventually in the end,
he was ready.
Yeah, but who
He
came
wa-
out on top?
They should have.
They should have, but they made a mistake.
Well,
They
because Hulk
absolutely-
Hogan was running the show.
They had
No, it's
every
because
top
of
star.
Foley winning the title.
Yeah, that,
Oh, that's
but
Because they spoiled it. They absolutely should have won the Monday Night Wars.
what Cody mentioning that they should
Let
be
him
better
have
at WWE. They should be a competition for WWE. It's true. I mean, you're a wrestling company. It's going to be happening regardless.
They've had 3 shows now.
Yeah, and
they're 3 for 3.
they've already topped TNA.
That's
They're already
it.
topped ROH.
best 2 out of 3.
New Japan
so
doesn't
far.
have the American.
No, they're 3 for 3 as far as all 3 of them were like overall good.
Good, yeah. There weren't.
But that's what I'm saying. 2 out of the 3 were good.
Well,
What
they're
wasn't
Were
good?
really good.
What wasn't good?
Fight for the Fallen to me was not good.
It was good. It was just not
I
great.
Give it
still
a B
feel.
minus.
I said C plus, B minus, because
Yeah,
I feel
that's
Double or
good.
Nothing was an A plus, okay, and then Fighter Fest was an A minus B plus to me.
I don't know.
I still feel like Fight for the Fallen was a little.
And
under.
you would give it like a C minus, D plus, because that's not good.
I would
Okay.
say they did a good show.
A B minus is good. That's above average.
They need a top star. Adam Page is not their top star.
Keep in mind a C is an average.
Do you think Adam Page is gonna win against Jericho?
I don't think he should at this point.
He is
doesn't-
not
He's not connecting.
over as a face
Yeah, he's
yet.
not connecting to the crowd.
Not over as a face yet. Whereas Jericho gets far more heat than Adam Page does pop.
Yeah, I agree.
I think that they should have went with Omega versus Jericho for the title instead.
Well, it doesn't matter at this point because Jericho should get it.
Well, yeah, I know that, but I'm saying they should have
I
waited.
think MJF should interfere in the match, causing
I want
Page to
interference
lose.
in their first world title match.
Yeah. Well, unless MJF is going to be making a group with Jericho, which I don't.
MJF still has heat with Shawn Spears, which they do you see Spears and Cody's confirmed?
Is it for all
Spears
out?
said it in like some interview
With
like
Jim
I was
Ross?
reading that. No, it wasn't that. It was like an actual interview, and like in the article it said like Spears is set to take on Cody at All Out. I don't think it was officially
And I heard
announced
he's having
yet.
Tully Blanchard as his manager.
Yeah, that was what Jim
I don't
Ross
think it's officially announced, but
Okay.
I think it's.
It's one of those things that's being tossed around.
That should
right
be
now.
good. Does Cody lose that?
I
He
would.
should.
I would.
Does he lose another match? He's lost
He
2
should.
already.
I mean, you could always bounce back. I mean, look at Omega. How
Did
many
he-
matches did Omega lose
Did
in
he
the beginning?
Did he beat Dustin?
Yeah,
Okay, so he can.
he beat Dustin. He tied to Darby. I mean, a tag team's different. You're obviously gonna lose to the Bucks. They're the Bucks.
He can take a loss then.
Yeah, but let me ask you something. Like, just because they're the Bucks, does that mean they have to win every single time?
Well,
There's-
when you get called out by Pentagon and Phoenix earlier in the night, and they say, "Want to challenge you to a ladder match at All Out," why on earth are the Bucks gonna lose before that?
Yeah, that's just a dumb thing to do.
no, I know, but I'm just saying because I'm moving towards their match at All Out.
I mean,
Do they have to win that?
Is it?
we don't know what it's for.
Is it
Why
for
are
the
they having a
AAA
ladder match?
Yeah, is it for the
I think
AAA
it's for the
titles?
AAA titles.
It
So
was
they-
never said. We have no
yeah.
clue what it's for.
So they're not
I think
gonna
it
they're
is
not gonna
for-
win if it's for the AAA titles.
Yeah, then they wouldn't win. But we don't know what it's for. They just challenged them to a ladder match, and that was it.
It should be for the AEW tag team titles, and then the tournament determines who the number 1 contenders are. Since the Young Bucks and Lucha Brothers are already
Yeah, I would agree with that.
Could be a contract for a
a bye,
pass right to the finals
that'd be good too.
as well.
Because you're all gonna be injured at the end of this. We all know it.
Yeah.
I don't see the
course.
Bucks winning this in any sort of stipulation.
How come Phoenix was confirmed for Boa and Penta wasn't?
'Cause I think Penta already competed.
They might not be able to afford them.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, Janela's been in 3.
Penta's the
Oh.
way bigger single star, I
No, I
think,
know
in my
that, yeah.
opinion,
Yeah.
than
Yeah,
Phoenix
then
is.
Phoenix is. Yeah.
Phoenix is still really good though.
He
Oh,
is. I'm not
yeah.
denying that.
You're up next to Pentagon all night. It's kind of hard to.
Yeah. If the WWE convinces Fox Sports 1 to air NXT, what does this mean for AEW? And should NXT go live instead of taped?
No, don't
No.
go live. Please do not.
Keep
go
it the way it is. Your formula's working.
live. Yeah, keep
If
it
you-
1 hour.
Keep it the way it is.
And yeah, if you're doing it live with a bunch of guys who are in the performance center, it's not going to go well every time.
It's not the time to go live.
No.
The point of these tapings is to see what works, what doesn't work, shoot multiple endings.
Yeah,
Then you go to TakeOver.
and then you let it go.
That's
live.
when the people that would be live are the only people who compete at TakeOver, in my
Yeah,
opinion.
of course. But should AEW be worried, though, about having to compete with... Because we all know NXT can bring it.
I mean, if it's a taped NXT, what's going to stop me from looking at the results a month in advance and then just watching AEW because it's live, which I'm going to do every time.
So,
I'm going to pick the live show over the tape show.
Are they still going to be on the network, the NXT tapings, or no?
That's
No,
what I'm not...
they want to air them on Fox Sports.
So they're going to be like, it's going to be like Raw and SmackDown, where it's going to be on a month later
a month
on the network a month later.
Like,
Oh, probably something like that, yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, they want to air it on TV.
I don't know. I
No.
like it better on the network. I don't think
I
they
do too.
I don't think they need
I
to
like the exclusive,
exclusivity.
Yeah.
They don't need to put it. They don't need to put it on cable TV.
But at
for
the
people
same
to see
time,
it.
though, for casual fans and stuff, they stumble across that.
Why can't they just put it on both for the people who have the network and people who don't have cable?
Or have it available immediately after it airs on Fox Sports 1.
I don't think they're gonna have that kind of agreement
Yeah, we'll see.
because USA won't do that. I don't see Fox doing
They're
it.
getting really involved.
Who's that?
Fox.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm
they
not
are.
a fan of it. So,
Me
but
neither.
hopefully they know what they're doing, and because Vince is seems like he's focused on XFL more and more.
Good, get him away.
Exactly. All right, so Paul Heyman has been in control now of Raw for how many weeks? Three? I want to say
3 weeks.
Yeah, I
3
don't know.
weeks. I want you to grade his performance so far. Has Raw changed for better or worse?
I haven't really noticed a
Yeah,
change.
I give him a B, I guess. I can't even give him
Is
a
he
grade.
actually full
He's been in
storyline?
control. I mean, they're
everything.
allowing him to change storylines.
I think we got to give it time.
Yeah, I give it till after SummerSlam.
Give it till the fall.
Yeah.
I would say.
Give him a chance to start
Because
building.
if no one had mentioned that Paul Heyman had taken over 3 weeks ago, I have no fucking clue.
I mean,
Well, my original question was going to be because I thought Bischoff was in control of SmackDown this week, and he wasn't.
No.
He had zero to do with it.
yeah, he just got
So
there.
originally my question was going to be, versus Bischoff, versus Heyman, but
With
obviously
Paul on Raw and with Heyman not being on SmackDown, they still seemed identical.
The only difference
Yeah.
is that Kevin Owens is writing his own promos now.
that's true. Yeah.
That I like.
Yeah.
But I haven't seen a difference.
No, me either. They're both. Well, Raw seems like it's gotten a little better. SmackDown seems the same.
Well, yawn number one.
Correct me if I'm wrong. You might just be thinking that because we know Heyman has taken over 3 weeks ago.
True.
If you didn't know that, would you? It might be
I would still say,
subconsciously.
okay, so to be honest, if I didn't know that Heyman was in control, I would be like, Raw hasn't changed.
That's what I'm saying. Do you think you're saying that because you know Paul Heyman is behind the scenes?
I don't know.
Because it's really been the same thing.
Yeah,
It has. I mean, there's
Seth-
only been, it's a 3-hour show, and there's only been tiny little changes.
I don't like that Rollins is Brock's opponent at SummerSlam again.
Oh yeah, no. Well, do you have a question about that or anything?
About what?
Seth Rollins being
Rollins
the new
winning the
number one
battle.
contender.
Both number one contenders were bad calls in my opinion.
Yeah.
Well, they don't have one for Kofi yet.
No. The women's fatal
Oh.
4-way.
Yeah, I
Who won the
That
one?
wasn't on your
it was
top
Natalia.
five,
Who won it? Oh, Natalia. No, why would it be? Natalia's terrible.
That's what I don't understand.
And it
I mean,
sucks
I
that,
know
like,
it's better than Lacey Evans, but
I wanted Bliss to win.
yeah.
But it doesn't
But the
make
crowd
sense.
was booing the
Well, it doesn't-
shit out
It
of
doesn't
her.
make sense.
They made a
'cause she just lost.
24-minute match of these women that just don't connect with the crowd, and like it was just a pointless match. They've all lost continuous matches in going into a number one contender match.
I don't like
Well, Bailey. See, here's the thing. Like,
Bailey's opponent.
whoever
is
was
great.
running SmackDown did it right because Bailey and the whole thing of them naming Ember Moon connected so well with the crowd.
I think it's Finley who's doing it.
Finley's amazing.
Any of those four that would have won was just. I don't think
Yeah.
it was good.
Naomi.
Do you not like
Logan.
that Rollins got the number one contender?
No, I don't.
I would have liked to like Lashley, somebody different.
Big
Braun.
E?
Yeah, but Lashley
Big E.
lost. I would have loved to have seen Big E.
It's not. You don't need to win.
Yeah,
to
it,
get a
does,
title
it
shot.
doesn't. Look at Joe. He lost the U.S. title to Ricochet
I know, and
and then
immediately had a
challenged
world title
Kofi
shot.
Kingston.
I know.
Yeah, so,
It doesn't matter. But yeah, I was rooting for Big E or Lashley.
I kind of
Even
was,
Orton-
I have to be
even
honest,
Orton.
I was rooting for Cesaro.
Well, of course, nobody. Orton though too.
Yeah, I would have
The
loved to have
rematch?
seen Orton. Yeah.
He
we
tweeted
never
out that he
got
like
that
he
rematch.
tweeted out like I want
Brock busted
retribution.
him open.
Yeah. But do you guys? So the only payout. How do you see Lesnar versus Rollins going?
Double turn maybe.
That's what I said.
I took your idea.
Wait a minute. You think we're gonna
That's
see?
what I said.
You-
Are you serious?
Wait a minute. You think we're gonna see Brock become a face
Listen,
and Seth become a heel?
Boombox Brock. He
it's
needs it.
Brock party, bruh.
Yeah. See,
Get the fuck on board or get out.
Seth
I
Rollins.
guess I'm getting out now.
Seth Rollins is a way better heel than a face.
Yes,
That
for
I will agree with.
that reason,
His stuff with Becky is cringeworthy.
Yeah, no, I'm not.
cause some tension with them, get them away from each other, but also, Rollins. I mean, if Rollins wins,
He has a chair. He can just start hitting.
if
people
Rollins
with chairs.
wins, what does Brock do?
He become the chairman of Raw.
The cash-in was completely pointless. If Brock wins, it makes Rollins look even worse now.
So Rollins gets angry that he lost and does a heel turn.
I think a double turn would be awesome,
Yeah.
All right.
and we haven't seen it in a while.
Bring back the Shield and have.
No.
Wait. Bring back the Shield and have Fandango as the third member. He dresses like Dean Ambrose now.
The Shield could never be.
Ever again.
Could never be
Yawn
healed.
number 2.
Shield can never be healed again. Any sort of reunion, they wouldn't be heels.
No, I know.
Speaking of reunions,
Ooh,
who are you guys most excited to see on Raw reunion?
I don't care.
George, the animals.
Diesel and Razor Ramon.
Chris Benoit.
Yikes.
Yeah, not happening.
He's busy. He's
Just
hanging.
hanging out.
they couldn't get a hold of him.
He was hanging somewhere else.
Yeah, he was.
That's inappropriate.
You said it
Highly inappropriate.
first.
So CM Punk is
Oh, yeah,
going to be at
that's
StarCast.
All right. Well, who am I really excited about to show up at Raw?
Okay. We're still answering that one?
Yes.
I guess.
Uh,
After he shit on the question.
Yeah, no kidding.
I guess it's Triple H.
Such a cop-out.
Fucking noses stick together. Eskimo
We're
kisses.
touching noses right now.
Probably.
From a
Probably.
million miles away.
All right, anyways, moving on from that. CM Punk is going to be at StarCast
Wait, is Godfather going to be there?
in Chicago.
Val Venus?
That's the same day as All Out, right?
Yeah.
Yes,
I
it
said, I
is.
think I said
What
this,
are the
didn't I?
chances that we might actually get this to happen?
I'm not even going to think about it
I don't like that
or
they.
hope for it or anything.
I don't like that they spoiled it, but I don't like that if he doesn't show up, that's pointless. So I just.
StarCast has nothing to do with All Out.
I understand that, but it's on the same day. He's going to be in Chicago. Why not
lives in
show
Chicago.
Up? Why not show up? I don't care where he
Most
lives.
days he's in Chicago. He lives there.
That's not the answer I'm looking for. If you're going to be where the
That's like being
event
shocked
is
that
as a
Cena's-
wrestler, you gotta show up. If you're going to show up at a wrestling,
StarCast wants to sell tickets.
if you're going to show up at a wrestling event, show up at the wrestling event that goes against WWE.
Yeah, just you never know. But you never know.
NXT UK is going to be going first.
Mm-hmm.
All Out is going to want to show it up in some kind of huge way. So why not have CM Punk?
Have the wrestling be great.
He doesn't even need to wrestle. He just needs to put on a mask and go to sleep somebody.
Oh man, I just
Adam Page.
breaking news.
Uh-oh.
So I've just been reading this.
First time.
When's the article from?
There's
What
a
episode
special
is this?
called. There's going to be
Yesterday?
a WWE Network special
Oh, I saw this.
called Smackville,
Yeah.
which will be airing on the network on July 27th.
Sounds terrible.
And Kofi Kingston is going to be defending the world title
Dolph Ziggler.
against
Randy
Dolph
Orton.
Ziggler and Samoa Joe
Samoa Joe.
in a triple threat match.
What is SmackDown?
What is in Smackville?
And Shinsuke is also set to face off against Finn Balor in an Extreme Rules rematch.
Isn't he going to be off? When is this?
July 27th.
I thought he was taking time off.
No, it's
After
after
SummerSlam.
SummerSlam.
Oh, after SummerSlam.
Which is August 11th.
So they're doing a random.
August
house
comes
show
after
pay-per-view.
July.
Yeah,
It's just a live house show.
yeah.
Oh my god.
I'm
It's going to be
looking for
airing on
this.
the network called
So-
Smackville.
So no titles are going to be changed hands.
Probably
You
not.
never know.
But what? I don't
Is
know.
there going to be a huge match that's happening that they need to broadcast?
No, I just told you it's a triple threat match.
That's it.
Yeah, that's it.
What the hell is going on? Why?
I don't know. Like, this is what confuses the hell out
The
of me.
article, Kofi Kingston title defense headlines a random new WWE Network event.
That's good.
It's in Nashville.
This just sounds weird.
Yeah,
And a
it does.
musical performance by Elias. Like it's
Oh,
like
thank God. That's why it's.
it's like an interim pay-per-view between Extreme Rules and SummerSlam. It looks like.
Sounds like fun. All right, so it is time for everybody's 5-star moment of the week. Josh.
I'll go first. And my juiciest moment of the week is Jack Gallagher versus Chad
You
Gable
piece of shit.
on 205 Live because it was one
Did
of the
you see
matches
it?
of the year.
It's a match of the year candidate.
Is it really?
Yeah,
Yes.
Wow. All right, I'll have to watch this.
that's really good. Everybody should watch it. Actually.
Probably the 205 Live match of the year at the very
Yeah,
least.
definitely.
Okay, all right.
And that's saying something.
And they've
'cause they
had
got
a lot of
matches.
good matches,
Is
yeah.
that yours too, Dev?
No, you can't have.
I'll say Black Cesaro at Extreme Rules.
Wow, way to,
All right.
way to
All right.
go back.
So my 5-star match of the week was Tomohiro Ishii versus Jeff Cobb
How do
at
you spell
G1 Day 3.
that? How do you spell that?
Tomohiro. It's T-O-M.
No, you can't read it from a phone. You have to say it by heart.
I don't know. I can't do it
Racist.
by heart.
Wow.
Wow.
But what was so good about it?
I just thought it was a clash. These two gargantuan beasts just facing off in the ring, just totally physical and in your face. It was a great match.
Sounds like porn.
A little bit. A little bit. That's how I describe wrestling matches. It sounds like porn.
Jesus Christ.
All right, anyways, that's going to do it for us here on 5-Star Wrestling Podcast.
Devin's putting salt in the bag because he's salty.
He is salty. But anyways, follow us on Twitter at the number 5.
Oh, sorry.
5_star podcast. Thanks, Devin. The sound effects.
Number 5?
Sorry.
The number
I
5.
couldn't hear you because Devin was making too much noise back there.
The number
Being
5
a good housewife.
_star podcast.
Is that, how do you spell underscore? Do you
Actually,
need to spell that?
I don't know how to spell
Do you need to spell underscore?
No.
Okay, you just put the little
Underscore, yeah.
All right, cool.
And then you can follow us on Facebook as well.
How do you spell 5?
FIVE at 5-Star Wrestling
You
Podcast.
spell it out?
Do it.
You spell it out?
We do.
Bye.
Bye.
Juicy.
You were wondering if I could do a shout out, if Brian Pillman Jr. can put over the 5-Star Wrestling Podcast with Juicy Josh, Devin, and I'm assuming your name is Eddie. Well, sounds like a bunch of idiots. Sounds like the Three Amigos or the Three Stooges, and it sounds like you guys got something that nobody wants to listen to. But yet here I am, putting you guys over, putting my name, my brand, Brian Pillman Jr., in the same sentence as the 5-Star Wrestling Podcast. So there you go. There's your rub for the day. And if you're lucky, you might get another shout out.